I went into my teenage daughter's room to look for a charger and accidentally uncovered a situation so stupid it required 3 adults, a principal, and a police officer named Greg. I'm a dad. My daughter Emma is 16. She's a good kid. Good grades, sarcastic, always tired, lives on iced coffee and Spotify. The worst thing she's ever done, to my knowledge, was dye her hair at a friend's house and then lie badly about it. So when my phone died one Sunday morning and she wasn't home, I went into her room to steal a charger. This was my first mistake. I lifted a hoodie off her desk chair and a brick-sized object fell onto the floor. It made a thud, a concerning thud. I bent down and picked it up. It was wrapped in duct tape. Naturally, I panicked. I did what every rational adult does when faced with duct tape in a teenager's room. I whispered, "What the hell?" and looked around like the FBI might be watching. I peeled back the tape. Inside was a second phone. Not her phone. A burner phone. No case. No scratches. Fully charged. On silent. I unlocked it. Background photo. Emma, standing next to a boy I had never seen. In front of a car I definitely did not recognize. Then I heard the garage door. I shoved the phone into my pocket and went downstairs pretending I was normal and not spiraling. Emma walked in, dropped her backpack, and said, "Hey, Dad." I said, "Hi." Then I said, "What's this?" and put the phone on the counter. She froze like I'd yelled freeze in a bank robbery. She said, "Why were you in my room?" I said, "Why do you have a burner phone?" She said, "That's not mine." I said, "It's your face on the lock screen." Long pause. She sighed and said, "Okay, but before you freak out," I freaked out. I asked if she was dealing drugs, joining a cult, or secretly married. She rolled her eyes and said, "Dad, I'm not an idiot." Then she said the sentence that made everything worse. "It's not for me, it's for him." I asked who him was. She said, "My boyfriend." I did not know she had a boyfriend. I asked why her boyfriend needed a secret phone hidden in her room. She said, "Because his parents track his phone." Reasonable? No, but teenage logic has its own economy. I asked how old he was. She said, 18. My soul briefly left my body and came back holding a chair. I demanded to meet him immediately. She said, "You already have." Turns out, I had. The boy in the photo? My neighbor's son. The same kid who helped me carry groceries last week and called me sir. The same kid whose dad I play pickleball with on Saturdays. I drove Emma next door like we were going to war. The door opened. His dad smiled and said, "Hey man, what's up?" I held up the phone. His smile died. His son walked into the room, saw Emma, saw me, saw the phone, and said, "Oh, cool, we're doing this." Apparently, they'd been dating 6 months. He'd hidden the relationship because his parents were intense. Emma hid the phone because you'd overreact. I did not overreact. Yet. Then his mom came downstairs and saw all of us standing there like a very tense family portrait. She asked, "Why is everyone here?" Her son said, "Because I'm grounded forever." She asked why. He said, "Because I hid my second phone in my girlfriend's room." She screamed, "You what?" She grounded him on the spot. I grounded Emma on the spot. Then the mom noticed something else. She said, "Wait, where did you get that phone?" Silence. The kid said, work." He did not have a job. Turns out, plot twist, he'd bought the phone using money from reselling sneakers online under his mom's name, which triggered a fight about fraud, which triggered his dad calling the school, which triggered the school calling me, which somehow resulted in a very confused police officer named Greg showing up to explain that this is not a crime, but it is deeply stupid. In the end, the phone was confiscated. The kids were grounded. I apologized to Greg. Emma now hates hoodies. I label my chargers. And yes, I still don't have a charger.